any of them.
We actually had seats at that concert. We were like closer up at Lamb of God, Megadeth. Like I was saying, like at Kid Rock, we were on the hill, but when we saw Lamb of God there, we had seats.
Far away.
Yeah.
But I was like, I felt like I could touch him last night.
Oh yeah, I felt like when he was doing the helicopter, his dread sweat was getting on me.
I could feel the heat.
Oh, from the pyro. Me too, yeah.
It was sick.
Oh, I was hoping they were going to have pyro because they had it at the Woodlands show. That's my favorite part. That's how I remember Walk With Me in Hell because of the pyro, and that's why I like it so much.
Dude, when those breakdown hits drop and the pyro goes, that is...
I wish I had a GoPro last night of when they played that song because, like, Alex and Tyler were next to me, and I had no clue where you were. I was holding my beer, and it, like, you know, the bridge came and dropped, whatever. They're jumping up and down. Again, beers everywhere. Like, it was just a good time.
It was a great time.
I wish I had a GoPro just to relive that night because it was that much fun.
I thought about getting one, too, right before the show.
And I'm not... They probably won't let you bring recording devices then.
No, but a small one. I mean, you got a sick clip. The clip y'all saw earlier, it was pretty sick. And you're so tall that it helps.
Yeah, true. But that... Normally, like, I'm very critical when it comes to music. I've already said that. But last night was top notch.
No, it's what I missed, too. I mean, that moment where it hits like that is why...
Yeah.
You know, and I don't... people always think that I'm, like, a Lamb of God super fan. But, I mean, you know me. I don't listen to that. I don't listen to them very...
Rare occasion.
Rarely, like, on the radio in the car... Very rarely listen to them.
Yeah, and to add on to that, I was about to say, like, I like metal, but I wouldn't consider myself, like, the biggest metalhead. Like, there's metal bands that I like, and I enjoy listening to metal, like you said, on rare occasions. I wasn't even, like, didn't really know Lamb of God until I met you. Knew who they were, just didn't listen to them. And even now, like, I could only name, like, 4 or 5 songs if you played them. But I still... had a blast last night. It was so much fun.
Yeah, but they're, I mean, even their housewife status almost. They're just that huge. Like, dudes would be like, do you listen to the Destroyer Underworld? And, you know, they got like 30 followers and play in Detroit or something. And I'm like, no, I don't listen to them. But they're like so good. Like, it's almost mainstream, but hardcore. It's like, I don't know. Yeah. And I like mainstream music. It's just, you know, it's hard for me to listen to it on the radio because I don't have the pit and I don't have the pyro.
Yeah, you got to have the right circumstances to enjoy it.
And it's like, I guess I haven't, because like we said, the Woodlands wasn't that experience. And it had been so long since I've been to a Lamb of God club show like that I had forgot, like, what that what experience was like.
Yeah, so one of our friends that came last night, she's never, like, heard of Lamb of God, doesn't go to metal shows, has only been to a few concerts. And I looked over last night, and she was headbanging, jumping up and down. I was like, I asked her before Lamb of God started if she wanted to leave because I didn't think she was going to enjoy it. And she said, no, I'm staying. Like, I think this is going to be a good time, something different. And in the middle of Lamb of God set, I look over, and she's just... like, going at it, jumping up and down, headbanging, like, none of their songs, no words, nothing, having a blast. So I think it was, you know, like you said, right atmosphere.
Yeah,
you know,
it just hits.
Yeah, it hit just right.
And I've been in the country, I mean, y'all know I play in a country band, Mason Cracker and the Gulf Coast Drifters, and I've just been in that scene. Because, I mean, I used to follow Lamb of God around when I was a kid. All Testament, Megadeth, mostly Testament, Hatebreed, Megadeth, and Lamb of God. And they used to tour together a lot. And I went to 3
Vegas,
shows.
Right? You saw them in Vegas, too.
Yeah, I gave up a dinner at a 5-star restaurant that night.
You were supposed to go to Hell's Kitchen, right?
Yeah, the Gordon Ramsay. And then I'm walking around, like, 2 hours before the dinner, and I see on the billboard at House of Blues there, like, Lamb of God tonight. I'm like, immediately dialed my mom, and I was like, I'm not going to go to the dinner. And she's like, why? And I was like, I'm going to go to, she's like, you're going to go to Lamb of God and go eat steak? And I was like, yes, I am.
That's a hard toss up for me. Like Gordon Ramsay,
not for me.
Lamb of God. Well, prior to last night, I would have been Gordon Ramsay 100%. After last night, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and
my mom would get mad at me for not choosing Gordon Ramsay because she loves him.
Yeah, but you'll remember that steak for a little while, but you'll never forget last night.
Oh, that was rainy.
What was that? I'm sorry, our dog just threw up.
She didn't throw up. She must have just had like a hairball.
Yeah, she's got a hairball. Yeah, that show was...
She has allergies.
The show was really awesome. Rainy Kid, go. We're almost done. Come on. That show was really awesome. The venue was awesome. I was saying I hadn't been out of that scene for so long now, doing country, and you know what I do. It's just
I've been like craving some like hard rock, just because we have been doing the country scene for a while, which is like not hating on anything.
No, I don't. The country fanboys are gonna be like immediately you're hating on them, but I'm really not. It's just
I like variety. I like it all. So I need.
Yeah, I love live shows.
Yeah, I can go to any live show, any genre, and enjoy it because it's live music.
I'll say it this way: you'll never get that experience last night with any country artist. And don't come at me with the new guys. I'm not going to say their name, but the Texas regional guys that love to party and are not going to say their names. We all know who they are. Don't come at me and be like, they're hard rock. Like, that's not that. That's not last night. And
we've seen some of those people that you're referring to. We've seen some of those people live.
Like the half rock, half country.
Yeah, and it's fun, but it's not.
It's a good time.
I'm not gonna get so pumped up that I want to run into a mosh pit and throw my beer
or get
knocked down,
possessed,
like into a trance. Yeah.
Like we're just running in circles.
Yeah, like I couldn't tell you, but maybe one or two times that I've been so pumped up that. Like, I'm jumping up and down. Like, I ran into the pit, threw my beer. I fell down. I was fine. Normally, if people touch me or elbow me or push me, I get really pissed off because I'm like, no, don't. But last night, I didn't care.
I was thinking about this, too, earlier today. Like, I had, like, a swollen eye, almost a black eye this morning. We're all bruised up because we're hitting. But it's like, if you get knocked down...
They pick you back up.
Like, everybody's elbowing or pushing. Nobody's punching.
It's more like this. It's not like you're throwing punches.
And if you fall, people swarm you to help you up.
Oh, yeah. Let me stop you real quick. Because I just remembered this when he said this. It was during Killswitch. At the very front, like, right in front of the stage on the right side, there was... I don't know exactly what happened, but somebody, like, fell down or, like, got sick or passed out or something. And the lead singer of Killswitch, like, stopped and, like, put a flashlight on this person and said, hey, y'all back. I don't know what's going on, but let's back up. Let's give this person some room and let's get this person, like, up. So he literally stopped his show. And it was, I don't know, it was just good to see that after, we've seen what's happened in recent years when people, fall.
Not going to say any names.
Yeah. Anyways, it was just a cool thing to see, it's a metal band. Like, obviously, we said we're moshing people, or I fell down, but I got right back up because people helped me up. I grabbed people.
The bands are not going to let.
Yeah, they're not. There's no like ill, like mannered. It's all out of like love and respect.
All out of, not even out. Yeah, love, respect, and expressing yourself.
Yeah, like everybody's there to enjoy the show. Like we're not hitting each other out of rage or because I don't like you.
But
like
I'm thinking now, like last night we're in the pit. I got punched hundreds of times. Like it's brutal. Like you sign up. Yeah. Like you're not signing up for a UFC fight, but you're signing up for a base level of fun. Like hard fun.
Yeah, and if like on that video you see that I'm literally on the edge of the circle pit. If I'd have taken a step further, like I could either be in it or I could be out of it. Like, you can choose what you want to do.
Yeah.
They're not going to, like, force you to be in that.
But I'm thinking now, like, the dudes that participate, which some people physically, they go in and they do 30 minutes and they can't. But everybody who participates in, like, that moshing, you know, I think if you go to some concerts, like, I don't know, rap, hip-hop, or country concerts, like, I think nobody wants to touch anybody they don't know.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever been to a country music concert and, like, people are on top of random strangers? Like, no. And then it's like, how many scenes have you seen at a country music, like, you bump into someone's chick and
he bows up to you?
Yeah, Billy Bob, you know, the third junior is ready to fight. Like, but last night, that says a lot that these people at these shows, I mean, we're constantly hitting each other, but, like, not, hey, throwing up, you know, it's just in the name of the fun. Like, I think that energy, I think a lot of, I don't know, I can't speak on any genres except country because I don't know any other, but I am in country, and I could say that energy, the country guys could use to take a lot. It would be good to take that energy, I think.
Like metal energy, you mean? Like the energy
like what we were just talking about. Like,
yeah.
You know, like, we're all there, you know, and...
Yeah, you have one goal in mind, and it's to go have a kick-ass time and enjoy this band. There's no competition amongst the fans.
It's a feeling almost like at the metal show last night, we were all there together watching them. And then sometimes you go to a country music show, and it's like, everybody is like, this is my experience. Like, don't get involved or do anything to
ruin my experience or hinder.
Like if I had enough money, I would just hire them and sit just me.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason you're here is because they need to make enough money and they have to sell to more than me.
I think it's just like that
not all
genre.
The time.
It's like a culture barrier, but it's like a genre barrier, for lack of a better term. But yeah, so like we had this conversation last night. Like, every time I've been to a metal show or even just a hard rock show, even classic rock, like the older guys, it's the best. Just rock in general. It's the
rock
best.
Rock is the same without the moshing. It's the exact same vibe without the moshing.
So it's like the best people. Like, you go, I've never, like, I don't want to say never because that's not true, but like, you don't really see fighting or people bickering or pissed off about, you know, in the beer line or the merch line or, you know, elbowing people out of disrespect. Like, I don't know, everybody's just the nicest people. And we were outside on the patio. It was packed between Killswitch and Lamb of God during that break.
Yeah, there was not a single person that would not talk to somebody. It was like we all knew each other. Yeah,
like 2 or 3 people came up. One guy stopped. We were all in the middle of a conversation. One guy stopped and was like, hey, I like your shirt. Like, it was just a Lamb of God shirt. But, I mean, I don't know, just little things like that.
I guess we just don't see each other out in the wild that much. We, you know, I feel like some people take it for granted, but we don't really see our metal family out, you know?
And, well, there's just I think there's a stigma around metal.
Yeah, like, totally.
Yeah,
they blamed it on those 3 kids. They locked those 3 kids up. They said they murdered that dude.
What are you talking about?
The Memphis 3. In the 90s, it was 3 teenage kids. A child ended up found dead. I'm thinking of the story. And, they blamed the 3 teenage kids because they were, like, into Slayer and Marilyn Manson.
Oh.
So they used the fact that they listened to heavy metal music in court, but then they got released, like, 10 years later, you know, they found out they were innocent. Oh. But that was the start of...
Gotcha.
That's where that comes from, is the Memphis 3. That was, like, the biggest, like, the stigma, like, metal is Satan music.
Well, that's what I'm getting at, is, like, back to it, like, I feel like there's a stigma, and even I kind of felt this way earlier in my life. Like, you know, you see the cliche, like, all black, heavy makeup, combat boots, whatever, like dreads or shaved heads or bright colored hair, which, you know, I've had bright colored hair. I wear black most of the time.
Yeah, Randy's bringing the dreads back too.
Yeah.
The dreads are lit.
Yeah. So, but I mean, like, there's such a stigma, and so people see that, and it's not the norm. So they just kind of, it's an outcast.
Yeah. I mean, if you wear polo and cargo shorts and, you know, you live a suburban life, I could get, like, that may be scary to you, but